So I'll start with that one question itself, because question having many parts. So that is a very see this question. Look at this question. How many parts they are having? See, how do subsidies go to that question? It's a very it's a clear indication of how the questions are going to be asked in civil services. See the point. So this question, as she had asked, this question has many parts. See, how do subsidies? Is this partially your question or any other thing that you wanted to ask? That is each part, how to address it and how do you identify that? That is the point, la? Okay. So see, look at this point. This question, see, I will tell you this. It may seem like a very easy question, but inside the hall, it becomes very, very difficult to address questions like these. For these questions, what I would ask you to do is that have a clear mind. See, in UPSC examination, always think about this examination. We always think about this examination as something we are going to read. For example, paper we are reading. How do you remember all that? It is going to be a very long journey, and we are forgetting points. See, this examination is not about what you read at all, because once you go inside the main hall, you will realize it. Once you go inside the main hall, it is like see, there is a Kannadasan song, Veedu varai uravu, Veethi varai manavi, Kaadu varai pillai, Kadaisi varai yaroன்ற மாதிரி main hall யாருமே இருக்க மாட்டாங்க. Okay. See, no point that you have ever read or you have whatever points you have inside the hall will be very difficult. And that is why you see, that is why if you think about it, you should be very open in writing points. That is why I ask you to read paper. Means paper is not for you. You cannot collect all the things that is given in the paper and you cannot carry it in your head and move every day. It is about how diverse your views become, how wide you are able to think, how far you are able to absorb points. This is the key trait of an officer. Okay, this is the key trait of an officer. A civil servant should have this, and that is the trait they are cultivating in this exam. And the point is that what institutes or not institutes, what these material people do is that they collect all whatever point from whichever place, and they give you, and we mug up and we write it. That's it. But but what happens is that you will not be able to address inside questions like these. Okay, inside the hall and all, if your mind is not open, you will not be able to address questions like this. Because you look at this point, how do subsidies affect cropping pattern 1, crop diversity 2? This is a UPSC question. Okay, wow. When I saw this question and all to see this song. See this question. So economy of farmers. See, third point. Cropping pattern, crop diversity, economy of farmers, and then significance of crop insurance, fourth, minimum support price, fifth, food processing and small. See, all the six. This question, 15-mark question, 15-mark question, 3-page question, has how many parts? 6 parts. That means 3 pages, not 2 parts in 1 page you have to write. For that, for example, see, how do you start? You start with what is subsidy. How do you proceed in any question in UPSC is that always proceed with the story-like thing, as I have already said. Subsidy is what is subsidy means? Kind or material or cash to farmers to increase production. Kind or material or cash or whichever thing. And you can in a way see one small farms. What is farms? What are the different types of farm subsidy? What are the different types of farm subsidy? You just have one or two. So what are the types are there? You can think about and tell. Farm subsidy, what are the types? What MSP is there, loans are there, fertilizer is there. Any other thing you think about it? Research and development is also a subsidy. Irrigation by government is a subsidy. These are all indirect subsidy. Electricity is a subsidy. Seed irka, PM Kisan cash transfer, okay, overall and the PM Kisan vanda, PM Kisan answer will come. So cash transfer. Your irrigation irrigation, seeds, insurance, other irrigation, see, loans and interest subvention. Okay, loans and interest subvention. Like this one. So is it okay? Now PM Kisan, see, and one more thing. And so this I have haphazardly drawn, but you have to draw it in a very clear thing. So or circle, something like that. You have to have a spoke. Okay? Whenever you present something in UPSC, it is not the number of points you are writing, it is how you are representing. Your chinna 4 things kuda, I need to understand, oh, this fellow or this person or this girl has understood what is farm subsidy. Now I will start all of them. See, from now I will start. I will start with the first cropping pattern. How subsidy in a sense is affecting the cropping pattern. So how it is affecting, think about it. So now you see this question is, it has 6 parts. Okay? So 6 parts has to be addressed. 6 parts, like if you think about it, each part 3 points at least. Okay? 18 points. So look at how UPSC is thinking. UPSC is asking you to be very open. So, but now what we have to do? We have to be very, in a sense, you see, 18 points. 18 points are different points. They are not the same points. That is the whole headache inside the hall. You will repeat the points again and again. So what we have to do, we have to be very cautious and stingy with our points, in the meaning that, see, I'll start with this. So subsidy, I'll start with, for example, MSP maybe, okay. MSP, how it is affecting the cropping pattern is rice and wheat. And one more thing, understand this. As I told you, small diagrams. See, this is a geography based question. Okay, a cropping pattern. This is a geography based question. Disaster management, geography based question. For geography based question, see, small, okay, a small, if your small is a or a small diagram, you can also draw like this. See, geography based question or small diagram will actually give you a lot of good vibe, in the sense, in the paper, when the person sees. See, this is North India, okay, wow. So North India, but look at this point. So you have this this area, this whole area, you know, because of MSP, rice and wheat are predominantly grown. So MSP, see, you are showing MSP, rice and wheat is actually your cropping pattern in Punjab and Haryana is actually skewed, increased. So cropping pattern is increasing, or your cropping pattern has been modified because of the subsidy of MSP. And the second point, you can also write sugar. How sugar or sugar, in the sense, sugar has fair price. So fair price, there is a sugar, in a sense, even in Tamil Nadu, if you see, there is a competition between the center and the state to give higher remuneration for sugar. So when you are writing that, so like that, so the next you can have one more diagram. So here I will draw one more diagram. I'll draw one more diagram. I will say, see, look at this point. In Marathwada region, sugar is very prominent. Okay, in Maharashtra, Marathwada region, sugar. Why in that? See, in that region, no rainfall is there, but sugar is there. So look at, see, you have to connect one area, and then you can third infrastructure. So the subsidy given here is infrastructure. What is this infrastructure? Indira Gandhi Canal. So one more diagram. Indira Gandhi Canal. Look at this point. So here I am drawing. So this is a desert area. This is a desert area with less than 60 or 40 centimeter rainfall. But it is growing bajra. It is growing. See, in the paper it can be drawn. Okay, in the paper it can be drawn. So now see, but 3 points, 3 diagrams, small things, small diagrams. The point what I am trying to say is that, see, every question cannot be used for diagrams, but a geography based question, map based question can be or should be, or it can be, it will add value to the answer. But how do you put your diagram? It has to be neat. Okay, so where you put, and see, this is what you will write, and you finish off, then you can come, then you will think about, see, this is cropping pattern, then you can think about cropping diversity, how subsidy has affected cropping diversity. Cropping diversity, you can talk about multiple cropping. That is, in a sense, in the field level, so there will be, for example, rice here, there will be groundnuts here. Okay, and there will be, for example, maybe what is that? Cattle rearing here. So, and the trees will be around. So you can say there will be multiple cropping or diverse cropping in one field because of the subsidy. And there will also be, for example, fertilizer subsidy. Okay, fertilizer subsidy, urea becomes very important part of fertilizer, and hence crops having urea. See, in the sense, urea is subsidized by the government. Hence, what they do is that crops which need urea are grown. So rice. So you can see, in the sense, diversity of a crop or diversity of the crop depends upon the subsidy. And you can talk about India as well. So in a sense, state. So Marathwada region means they give sugar subsidy. And in Rajasthan means bajra. Rajasthan means bajra. And then center, and maybe Karnataka or Tamil Nadu, ragi, millets, whatever. See, in the region which, or you can actually draw this as well. See, you can draw a picture and you can show that there is diversity all across India in terms of the cropping, and it is because of the subsidy given. Okay, so one second point also over, cropping pattern, cropping diversity over, then economy of farmers. So then you address this economy of farmers. So how does subsidy ensures economy of farmers is that it gives them remuneration. Example, MSP. Interest subvention. Interest subvention. Example, NABARD, there is a scheme for cattle. So interest will be, in a sense, see, if 7% interest they have to pay for a loan, means government will pay 3%. And there is Kisan credit cards. Kisan credit cards. Here PM Kisan Yojana or PM Kisan. Okay, here PM Kisan. So for land holding farmers, 6,000 rupees. So here, so I am using, see, where and all it is possible, there and all diagram, there and all, see, one cropping pattern or see but see, if you ask me whether it is possible inside the hall now, it is possible when we are open to when our mind is very open, it is very much possible. When we are, that is the point, we keep thinking of the points. That is the major fear of students, is that I am reading paper but I am not collecting points, so I will use material. See, you do this question yourself. Okay, material, when you go, we will be thinking about only those points. But Anna, whether these urea we can draw like this, or multiple cropping we can draw like this, when you are deriving out of these questions, you will derive these things. And you will, for example, maybe economy, you can have many other points as well, any other schemes as well. So you generate, and it is a very difficult task. But this is what this Acumen program should actually help you do. But the next is significance of crop insurance. So for this, you can write crop insurance, what is helping. You can talk about how it is post-harvest helping, or post-harvest loss prevention. Post-harvest loss prevention. It is reducing your poverty. See, not only that, it is reducing farmer suicide. Significance of crop insurance. It is reducing farmer suicide. Guaranteed returns, right? Guaranteed returns. So same way you have to write for MSP. Again, MSP and food processing. Food processing, we have already dealt with that question. Food processing is a separate thing we have dealt, and so many points we saw, challenges, opportunities, many other things for food processing, how it will help in farmers. So when you are giving subsidy for food processing, it will actually increase the value addition. It will increase the farmer remuneration, because the farmers will not only be producing, rather they will go one step ahead. It will increase the economy, it will improve economy, it will increase export. Last, go check that food processing. So look at the way, and MSP similarly, see, MSP similar to the way the first question or the first point we addressed. So when you address all these things, look at the way. See, the page should be addressing each of the particular thing. You should not miss even a single thing, because UPSC is about addressing each of the points which are given. So next I will tell you one more interesting question.